Welcome back, you guys, to another episode of Tunnel Vision Talk. And another week, another logo behind us. This one courtesy of Talon. So big shout out to him. Looks great. So you're going to be seeing this one a lot now. It's going to be our podcast, like cover, logo. Wherever you watch our podcast, this will be the logo you see. So we got a pretty stacked podcast today. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the new Madden cover because Madden has released some teasers. Game's still gonna be bad, but at least the cover might look good. I got a quick story I'm gonna tell at the beginning of what I saw today at my job, and then we're gonna have a new segment that we're gonna introduce. Hopefully, keep that going every week, and we're gonna be ranking our top 8 safety duos in the league. So I'm gonna start with my story. So for any of you who don't know, that's probably all of you, I work at I9 Sports. I ref flag football, basketball, and work some summer camps too. And I was working flag football today. And then there's these guys, they're like, hey, there's an NFL player that's a dad for a player on one of these teams. And I was like, what's their name? Because I mean, I don't know who they're talking about. And they're like, I don't know, something Ogletree. So I was like, oh, Alec Ogletree. He grew up in Georgia, went to Georgia, played for the Rams and Giants. I mean, he was good too. He had like, I think 12 interceptions on his career as a linebacker, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I remember him. I remember him with the Rams, like mostly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he played good. I was gonna ask him for like a picture or something, but then I was like, he probably doesn't want to be bothered. Like he's just trying to be out here watching his son play.
Right.
His son was a beast too. It was
understandably. Like
I wasn't even reffing his game, and I would just see his son just like streaking down the field for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good. So there's that story real quick. So now time to talk about the Madden cover. They put out a teaser on Monday with 2 goats. Cover is supposed to come out tomorrow. They said the 17th. Who are you thinking is going to be on the cover?
So originally, right, everyone sees the 2 goats, and everyone's like, all right, easy, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. And that's still an option. I think it's reasonable for it to be them, with it being Brady's, final years of playing. But we think they could realistically put him on there. We've never had a cover, I don't think, with 2 people on it, have we?
I think we have. It was Larry Fitzgerald and Troy Polamalu.
Oh, okay. Well, what I'm saying is, it could be them. Me personally, when they put out the escape artist teaser, which was yesterday, I think it was. I think it's gonna be Vic and Lamar. I think that makes more sense.
I think can't call either one of them a goat, though.
No, but what I think is when Peyton Hillis said they did it again, they've both been on a cover before. So I think they did it again, as in they both got on the cover again. And you put them on together. Escape artist, I think it makes sense that it's going to be them.
Where did you see the escape artist?
I saw someone on a TikTok post that it was a screenshot of it, and then they were explaining why it's going to be Lamar and Vic. But I mean, I have to go back and find it. It was on Twitter, though, is what the screenshot was.
Interesting.
From EA Madden.
Because, I mean, I just think that the logical thing, when you think of GOATs, like, who do you think the best quarterback is right now? I'd say Mahomes. Who do you think the best quarterback of all time is? I mean, Brady. Peyton Manning, close second in terms of...
I think Peyton Manning is probably, like, the best quarterback to ever play as, like, mindset-wise.
I think, like, because for me, in terms of ability, I would honestly say Peyton. Because Peyton had a really good arm, good IQ.
Could read the defense really well.
IQ.
I just think Tom is, I mean, with the legacy he's built, I feel like
his achievements.
Right. I feel like he's undisputed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, just when you look at what they did, 2 goats. I mean, it's disappointing that it's not Derrick, because like
I know
he
it's
put
really
up
annoying because,
2K.
and
I
that
mean,
hasn't. I mean,
Madden curse. Like
I just think
Lamar didn't have the best season, so
right, but I mean, I really just don't know why he wasn't. I
yeah.
mean, maybe show him this year that I mean he could still do it. I don't know. I feel like all the Packers fans are gonna be mad that it's not Rodgers. So I mean,
I
unless
can
it
understand
is
why it's not him, just because they don't want to make it him in a Packers jersey, and then he's gone in a month.
the next day he's Friday he gets traded. Just
Yeah.
I just don't know. I think I'm gonna stick with Vic and Lamar if that escape artist thing is true. I guess no one else has seen that.
Yeah,
But
I haven't seen it until you said something about
well,
it.
if it's true, I'm sticking with that. If not, the realistic debate is Mahomes and
Yeah.
Brady, which would be cool. But at the same time, like, stop hyping him up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just annoying.
Yeah,
Like, Derrick deserved it, not just being a Titans fan. You could ask people around the league, Derrick deserved it.
mm-hmm.
So,
And it would be a really cool cover. Madden 22, he
yeah,
wears 22.
with 22, yeah, it makes sense. So,
Very, very disappointing. So,
mhm.
I mean, it would also be cool if they made it like Eddie George and Derrick. Like you
Yeah,
get a legend Titans running back next to Derrick on the cover.
right.
I
Even Chris
mean,
Johnson and Derrick, I think, would still be cool.
yeah. I mean, Earl Campbell, he was a
Yeah.
beast.
But like
Um,
2K running backs would be
yeah.
cool. Like to see them together.
Honestly,
Which,
that is kind of a smart idea.
yeah, I mean Peyton Hillis is also a running back, just saying. Some people have thought it could be Peyton Hillis, who was in the trailer, could be Jim Brown and Nick Chubb. And I'm like,
If Nick
first
Chubb
of
gets
all,
on the cover before Derrick,
Nick Chubb's not a GOAT. He didn't have a good season last year. He had a good season, but he wasn't top tier. Um, that doesn't classify to me as, NFL cover worthy.
why did they put Peyton Hillis in the trailer? Like, what has he done
Yeah, what
since that
significance does he
cover?
have other than I mean, Analyze Sports was the one that said Jim Brown and Nick Chubb. It's like, you're a Browns fan. Like, of course you think it's gonna be them, which is fine. Reasonable. I mean, he had a good argument for it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not gonna be them. No way they put them on. If they put I will not buy that game if they put Nick Chubb on the cover of
I mean, the game's gonna be bad regardless. Like, at this point, like it's just become unplayable.
Mhm.
It's not about being good at the game. It's about
It's
exploiting the game.
right. And it's the same game every year. Like, make a new game, EA.
Mhm. Like
Please.
fix franchise mode. Give
Mhm.
people that don't want to play Ultimate Team something to play for.
Mhm.
Because like I read a comment on like fix Madden football. It was just like people really don't want to buy the game. It's just habit at this point.
Right.
I
And it's
mean, it's
also
kind of
like,
true.
it's a new game. Everyone loves Madden. Everyone's always loved Madden. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
a new one, buy it because, right, like you're saying, I mean, everyone does. But
Yeah.
it's just like you said, not everyone has a buttload of money to spend on the game.
Yeah.
Like, make something that people that don't want to play MUT make something that like we can play that's fun. KO, it gets boring after you put new cards in. You play 6 rounds of it, and you're bored. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like
Look at
it's
MLB The Show. Like
right.
if you compare, like when you first get into Madden Ultimate Team, the first thing they say is like, "Hey, do you want to spend money?" The first thing, like if you go into like the stub shop on MLB The Show, it says you can earn. I think I'm probably not gonna get the exact quote, but it says if you want to buy some stubs from us, go for it. If you don't, you can earn stubs by playing some missions for free.
The game, play
Yeah,
the
like
game.
for me,
Yes.
like I've gotten up to like 42,000 stubs at once, which is a lot for non-MLB players. Like
Mhm.
42,000 coins, I would have to like pay $50 for it.
Yeah, and
For
it's
Madden.
annoying. Like that's why when MLB came out on Xbox, I mean, it's just completely different. Like,
Hmm.
whoa, like
Like you
Madden
can,
is Madden is such pay to win.
yeah,
So the fact that you can have a good team without spending a dime is very cool. Like
yeah.
it makes it way more enjoyable.
I mean, like for me, even NBA 2K, it's better
Hmm.
because like I played a few years ago, and like even I had a pretty good team without having to spend money because they come out with like locker codes, and it's like a little Plinko type thing where like you drop a ball and whatever you land in, it'll give you like a pack or a
Mhm.
player. It'll give you some like tokens or like the MT currency that they have. So like just come up with something to make it to where like the people that just want to play the game don't want to spend money on it. They can
Right.
have fun playing it
Right.
because at this point they're gonna. I think this year they're gonna lose a lot of people, seeing
Especially
especially
because of
Xbox players.
right. That's what I was gonna say. Especially with MLB coming out on Xbox, you're gonna have to put out a good game, or you're not gonna have
I mean, I
same
would be all
production.
for 2K taking over Madden. EA Sports should not be in charge
It's
anymore.
just the same game every year, man, and everyone's getting so like everyone has been posting like I forget it. Was it what was it? It was the one that Ocho Cinco was on. It was made by EA, but it was the Street Three. I forget what it was called, but it was
Uh,
a football game. But everyone's like, "This is the best. Well, this is the best game of all time.
yeah.
Best football game of all time." It's just like make a different game for 1 year. Test it out. Make a different game, like just to do it. Keep the same game modes, but just make it different. It would be way better to have.
Mhm. Like in MLB, you can build a football stadium before you can
Right.
build a football stadium in Madden. Like what? And then someone was saying something on Twitter. So I'll quote it right here. So Clint Oldenburg, a he's an executive producer of Madden. This guy
Mhm.
says, Clint, I've literally bought every Madden since '07, and I've owned every 2K football game prior to that. So I say this as a true customer. Madden has gotten worse. I have a deeper franchise in Madden 11 and a deeper my player in Madden '09. There was suction cupping in Madden '07 to Madden 12, which is like using the same stuff year after year. And then Clint says, okay, and you attribute all of your frustrations with the game to one person who is me, basically saying, "Oh, that's not my job. Like
Mhm.
you're an executive producer, and
It
you're
is
gonna
your
say it's
job.
not your job."
If it's not your job, then whose job is it? Like,
It most definitely is you.
right.
So,
It's just like get on
and
top of your
then
stuff.
same guy, Fix Madden Football says EA has just made the worst Madden in history. Then they decide the first news that we should get on the next game is going to include barn animals, the most hated song on the internet, and the most forgettable cover athlete in Madden history. Like, I'll just
If
play
I'm
the
being
song.
honest, if I'm being honest,
Like, it's that song. Like,
mhm.
please don't
And I'm if
copyright
I'm
us.
being honest,
YouTube, hold on.
right.
YouTube, don't. Whoever makes that song, please. We aren't
Um,
making money off of this.
we're not making money. I feel like I'm just okay. Here, I'm just gonna say I didn't know Peyton Hillis was on the cover. Um, I recognized the cover when I saw it and put two and two together. But if I'm being
Well,
honest,
the only
didn't
reason
know.
he got on it was because that was the like only year they had a fan vote for who should be on the cover, and people voted him because he
But
had
just for like a joke.
no. Well, he had a pretty good year the year before. So
Oh.
like, but after that, dropped off the face of the earth.
Mhm.
I forgot who he was until that ad.
Mhm.
So
Too bad for stats.
enough rambling about Madden for today. That was about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We could go for an hour, I would say.
Yeah.
So, all right, next segment, new segment. So every episode, we're gonna take about 3 to 5 minutes. It's gonna alternate who's saying the players. So this episode, Talon is gonna list off 5 NFL players, and I'm going to rank if they're top 5, 10, 15, 20. And is it at their position or in the NFL?
Yeah, their position. So like
Their position.
I'll give you two receivers, two running backs, and a quarterback.
All right.
And
And
you just
then
tell me if they're top five, borderline top, like just stuff like that.
whenever we run out of those, we'll switch over to defense because
Sure.
we can have fun with that too.
Yeah.
So
All right. So the first one is Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen. I like him. Good route runner. I saw his mini camp footage. The dude glides across the field.
That's where I got him from. I looked at him and was like, that'd be good.
I just think with all the talent at the wide receiver position, he's got to be top 15. I would say probably around 12 or 13 for me. I love him as a player. I just think that when you look at the new generation of receivers like Justin Jefferson, DK, AJ, Terry McLaurin, like they're all already better than Keenan Allen is, and he's getting older. He's not going to be as good as he was. So top 15 is the best I can do.
I'd have him top 15. Yeah, I'd have him top 15 too. I feel like he's not top 10 like what because of what you're saying about the younger guys that are coming in to the league and everything pushing above him. Next is Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley. I don't even think top 20 does him justice. At this point in his career, he doesn't deserve I would say top 30. Being generous. Like, he literally has arthritis in his knees. Like, it's not even a joke. He's not good at football anymore.
I think he'll get signed.
Those days, he probably will. Like, the Ravens will probably end up picking him up.
He won't start.
No. I mean, like,
he was good until 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like last year, he was just bag fumbling for the Falcons.
Like, he literally made a mistake by scoring a touchdown.
He fell in the end zone. I just want to put him out there because I was like, that would be decent just to see what you thought about him.
Yeah. He's barely top 30. Barely.
Right. Next is Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy. I like him. I think just the struggles that Drew Lock had last year really kind of fell on him. So and again with all the talent that you see at wide receiver, I'd probably have to give him a top 25.
That's where I put him.
I think with a good quarterback, I think Teddy Bridgewater would do a better job than Drew Lock. I mean, he's not strong at all, but he's accurate. And Jerry Jeudy can carve up some slants. So he could be a new Michael Thomas, realistically.
I think he could be like top 15 at best. I don't think he's caliber of a top 10 guy, but I think he could get up there to 15, 16. I just kind of want to put him out there just because I just want to see. Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. I like him. I like him a lot. I know I'm gonna get destroyed for this, but I'm gonna have to say top 10. Give him a good team. Like, he was throwing to who? Tyrell Williams, Henry Ruggs. He has Darren Waller. I'll give him that. But like when you think of like who this guy actually has to throw to, I just think that he's better than Matt Ryan. I would say he's okay as a thrower. He's better than Lamar Jackson by a long shot. I would say honestly, when you look at his stats, he's better than Matt Stafford. If you put Matt Stafford on the Rams this season, I think he would do better than Matt Stafford will. Yes, Matt Stafford has the toughness. Yes, he has a good arm. Yes, he has good accuracy. But, I mean, Derek Carr has one of the best deep balls in the game, I would say. I mean, he just never has the chance to show it because even though he has one of the best O-lines, he has the worst receivers. So, I would say
here's the thing.
Borderline top 10, though.
That's what I was going to say, yeah. So, here's the thing. You could put him top 10, but, like, the guys that I have,
best.
I'd put him like 11 or 12. Because here's, like, the guys that I would have right at, like, 8, 9, 10 is Justin Herbert with, like, interchangeable. I feel like Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray, and Dak.
Where's Tannehill?
Huh?
Where's Tannehill? Like, realistically.
11. Like, 11, and then Carr behind him. Because I feel that Carr, not that he's not good. I don't want to go off of just him being like, oh yeah, he's good. Well, he's never proved it. Not that I get that he has
his stats last year: 4,100 yards, 27 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. I mean, 27 touchdowns is just because, again, he has no one to throw the ball to. Like Kirk Cousins had 35 touchdowns because he has Thielen and Jefferson.
Right.
So, and they still didn't help him.
I mean, they went out and got John Brown, they lost Nelson Aguilar and Tyrell Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have Henry Ruggs, John Brown, 2 fast guys. Who else do you have? Realistically, who do you have? So I don't know. I'd have him borderline top 10. You could interchange him, but I don't think he's better than Kyler Murray. I don't think he's better than Justin Herbert for sure.
I don't like Kyler Murray, honestly. I don't like Kyler Murray.
No, 100%. He's top 10.
His height is a bad thing.
So what, dude? He has such an underrated deep ball. He makes plays. He's the second best rushing quarterback in the NFL. He is way fast. What?
Josh Allen, man.
Josh Allen's not better rushing quarterback than Kyler Murray.
Touchdowns.
Touchdowns.
Josh Allen.
That doesn't mean anything. Josh Allen has a decent low line.
Yeah. And
Arizona doesn't.
Not Josh's fault.
What? That's fine. You can put Derrick Carr. That's why I picked him, because I knew a lot of people have him in their top 10. A lot of people don't. So I just want to know where you had him. Last running back, Nick Chubb. Still kind of going back to Nick Chubb. My main debate is if you have him top 5 or top 10. I just didn't know where. Yeah.
I would put CMC, Henry, Cook, Kamara, Barkley in front of him.
Mm-hmm. I would easily put, obviously, the top 3. My top 3 is CMC, Henry, and Kamara. I feel like Saquon's better. He's better when he's better. But yeah, I feel that you could put Chubb at 5 if you had a good argument for it.
Just with the season Cook had last year, that made him top 5.
Yeah.
But
so
I think he's 6.
I'd put him at 6 or 7, just depending on. I've seen people put Saquon at 7 because of the year he had last year, and he keeps getting hurt, which is reasonable.
If he keeps getting hurt, he's gonna plummet.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you saw what happened to Todd Gurley. He was good, and then he got hurt, and then whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I just want to see where you had Nick Chubb. I would put him at top 5 before last year. I'd put him at 4.
Yeah.
4 or 5, that area. But yeah, I'd put him at 6 or 7. Aaron Jones, I feel like it's a good debate between them to see who's better.
I would take Gurley almost every day.
Gurley.
You need to wait. Gurley, what?
You said I would take Gurley almost every day.
Oh, Chubb. Georgia running backs. I'm getting it mixed up.
Sonny Michel? You want to put him?
Nah, he's not even close. He's never been
top 5.
Good.
Top 5.
That'll do it for today, guys.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm done there.
That was your last one? All right.
Yeah.
So that is it for that segment. Until next week, I'll be saying 5 players to talent. You'll have to say top 5, 10, 15, 20. You should get the gist now. If not, you'll get a next episode. All right. Mm-hmm. Now into ranking our top 8 safety duos. So we did offensive trios last week. Now we're doing kind of I don't know. Some people would call them the quarterbacks of the defense. Some people would say a middle linebacker is. Just depends on who you have back there. So, if again, don't get mad if your team is 8th on this list, because again, you're top 8 in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So, at number 8, I think we both have them here. It's the Indianapolis Colts. Corey Willis and Julian Blackmon. Julian Blackmon broke out last year. He played amazing. And so did Corey Willis. I mean, Malik Hooker went down. And, I mean, we were saying, oh, well, their secondary is not good.
Well, just real quick before you keep going, is Malik Hooker signed yet?
I don't think so.
It's kind of crazy to me unless he's just asking for a lot of money.
I don't think
he's really good.
A tear like he had was Achilles, I think.
I don't
I think
remember.
it was an Achilles tear.
Well, either way, I just didn't know if he was signed yet. I know he's been interviewed by a couple of teams,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I would have them there too. Like you said, they're both. Julian Blackman, wasn't he rookie last 2 years ago? I guess it would be now.
Blackman is rookie this year. He was
Oh,
third round
really?
pick.
Yeah. Well, either way, exactly. I mean, they both were. They stepped up.
He just broke out.
Yeah. Yeah, like we were saying. I mean, we were like, oh, he went down. Well, he even went down like early too.
Yeah.
Malik Hooker did. So
It's either week
yeah.
1 or 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, it's like that's what I was gonna say too. Yeah, no, they're great. The fact that Corey Willis stepped up, how old is he?
I would have to say 25 or younger. He's
Yeah,
also very young.
They're both young, so I mean, they'll be set there for a while. They did step up, and I honestly don't know why they didn't bring back Malik Hooker.
I mean, I guess they think that they have their safety duo of the future. Yeah, Carr Willis is 25.
Yeah, so yeah, nothing else to say about them. They're just kind of least valuable on the list that we have. But again, you're top 8. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up on the list at number 7, I got the Minnesota Vikings. They have Xavier Woods and Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith is I mean, I would go so far to say top 5 strong safety. I know he's getting older, but he's still out there making plays every game. Xavier Woods is pretty good too. I mean, if it was Anthony Harris, this duo would be a lot higher. But
that's what I was about to say. If they had still had Anthony Harris, they would be really, really, really good. They were really good.
Because
I thought they'd bring him back.
Where did Anthony Harris go?
The Cowboys? Or no, I think he went to the Eagles, honestly. Did he go to the Eagles?
That sounds right. Eagles, yeah, Anthony Harris.
Yeah, Eagles, yeah.
So
yeah, I'd have him there too. At 7. Xavier Woods, has he been in Minnesota?
I think he was in Dallas.
Okay. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah. But I feel like Harrison Smith carries them. They'll be solid back there until he retires.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just easier for me to put those two teams down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be able to rank the next ones. But yeah, I feel like they could easily be Xavier Woods. He's a smaller guy, but he's quick. He'll keep up with them.
Kind of the same as Anthony Harris getting interceptions.
Well, he's a little bit bigger than Harris. Yeah. At 6, I have Seattle.
Me too.
Yeah.
Kind of same situation as Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jamal carrying the duo. Don't get me wrong, Quandre Diggs, good player. He was in Detroit, so when you're the only player in a secondary, you're gonna look good. So
I think you can't really put him below the Vikings when you have. I mean, is Jamal or Harrison Smith better? Jamal's better, so they're in the better situation.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I have him there. Yeah, Jamal carries just like Harrison Smith does. So that's all it is. And then we'll start to get into the bigger, 2-player.
Yeah, top 5. This is where it's actually duos instead of just one person carrying.
Right.
So for me at number 5, I'm gonna still put. This is kind of another one-player situation for me, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think Terrell Edmunds is there yet at strong safety to elevate him above one of the top 4. But Minkah Fitzpatrick, obviously, one of the best safeties in the game right now in terms of making plays, getting interceptions, breaking up passes, zone coverage, man coverage, whatever you want him to do, he'll play it well. So just if Terrell Edmunds has a good season this year, if he could play as well at safety as his brother Tremaine Edmunds plays at linebacker, then this duo would be a good one.
Right. I was going to say, I feel like he is more of a linebacker. I mean, he's still big. So I feel like he fits kind of that more, which is fine, which is why I do have them here at 5'2", because he is that bigger guy when Minka can go make plays and go, like he does. He's quicker, he move around. I like Edmonds a lot just because and he complements to Minka really well. So I feel like that's the main reason they're up there.
Mhm.
To be that duo. The top four are kind of hard to me, except for number one.
Mhm.
4, I'm gonna have the Packers.
That's actually what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I'm gonna have the Packers. Adrian Amos and Darnell Savage. I feel like Savage is, in my opinion, kind of bringing. Amos is getting old, isn't he?
Mhm. Yeah.
So I feel like,
He was on the Bears for a few years
yeah,
before.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like they're just kind of there. I mean, Savage is quick. He can keep up with the guys that they
Yeah.
need to keep up with. Jefferson in their division, got to keep up with him.
Gonna keep up with Ryan Tannehill. I mean, Justin Jefferson
Um,
isn't that fast though. He ran like a 4.5.
his route running is still ridiculous. So I'm just saying, they've got to have.
I know what you're saying, but
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel like it's just a good place. The top 3 are all better in my opinion. So.
yeah. So for me at number 3, I'm gonna have the Buffalo Bills with Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. I think Micah Hyde. No, no disrespect to Jordan Poyer, but I just think that Micah Hyde is obviously the better of that duo. He's
Mhm.
younger. He makes more plays. I just think he's the better safety than Poyer.
Yeah.
And Poyer, if it was a younger Poyer, I think that they would be number 1
Mhm.
because he was a good player when he was younger. Obviously,
Right.
with age, you decline a little, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
I have the Bills there too. Mainly the same reasons. They're kind of just. I mean, they're not progressing, but they're not declining either. I mean, they're just kind of stay where they are. They're just playing.
yeah,
I like Micah Hyde a lot, so
yeah.
it kind of just keeps him there. Jordan Poyer, I've always, for some reason, that's always the guy that I like can put a name to his face, regardless of
Mhm.
who he is. He looks like, no offense to Jordan Poyer, if you're watching this, no offense, but he kind of looks like a criminal. Does he not? Like if he had a face tat, he kind of looks like he belongs in
Yeah, he looks
Alcatraz.
like he like tried robbing like the Shell station
Mm-hmm.
and like
Yeah,
failed.
right. But I mean, props to him.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, let's say our number one at the same time, because I don't know if you have number one at the same time as number one.
I think they're gonna be different, but
Okay. 3, 2, 1. The Bengals.
Bengals. Oh, I just think that undisputed Jesse Bates proved himself best safety in the
Yeah.
NFL,
Yeah.
and then Von Bell, he's an
Mm-hmm.
insane hitter. Like
Yeah.
he's the hard hitting safety you want at strong safety. I mean, you saw the hit he laid on Juju in that game when the entire world rejoiced. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
he can cover
Everyone
well
just like
too.
worshipped him for one night. Like,
I think I sent something to you like Von Bell is the best player on the earth.
we were on the phone at the time.
Yeah, because I saw the
Yeah.
highlight and I was like, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
But like,
and then Broncos at number 2, mainly just
yeah.
because Kareem Jackson's old. You know, he's like 34 now.
He's that old?
Yeah, he's old. He
I
played on the
I
Texans
knew
for
he
a
was old.
while.
I knew he was old, but I didn't think he was that old.
Yeah,
Either way, though, man, like Justin Simmons is I feel
yeah,
like he doesn't get enough
insane.
recognition. So, but yeah, no, I think with Von Bell being there,
Hmm.
I think it puts him over the top.
Yeah, it just elevates
Honestly,
Jesse Bates' game even
yeah,
more.
I kind of forgot he was there, but
But like,
yeah, that's why he's there. That's why they're up there.
yeah, I mean Jesse Bates, like he just went insane last year
Right.
because like I'll pull up his stats real quick. I
It
mean
just without his stats to me, he's just like undisputedly
yeah,
above everyone else.
I feel like he was like always making plays.
Yeah. His
Last
vision
year,
is just insane. Like he can just read the quarterback better than I've seen anyone. Like if you watch him, he
yeah,
just automatically jumps on it.
he's had 3 interceptions every year he's been in the league. He's only 24.
Hmm.
All right, he might still be 23. No, he's 24.
Yeah.
But he had 15 pass defenses last year, a forced fumble. He had 109 combined tackles, 2 tackles for loss, a QB hit. Like he's just flying all over the field, making plays. I mean, I hated when the Titans were playing him because he
I was
went
there.
insane. Yeah, it was a tough watch.
Worst away game that I've ever picked to go to, man. I figured, man, Cincinnati. Easy wins.
Yeah.
No, dude, Joe Burrow he literally escaped like six D linemen for like they were on him, and they was like, I don't feel like it.
We just have a trash D line last year.
It was just like one guy would get to him, pull his jersey, and you just keep going.
Yeah, with Bud Dupree now.
Not happening. He's been in his division.
Autry.
Yeah. But Dupree's tired of seeing Joe Burrow succeed.
All right, so that was the list. I like the list. It's kind of funny that we had the same list because we didn't plan that.
No.
I honestly thought you were gonna put Broncos at number 1.
No, I couldn't with Kareem Jackson. That's why I asked before because I forgot he was there. But whenever
honorable mentions, I would say Giants with Logan Ryan and Jabril Peppers. That's a good duo. Yeah. The Browns duo now because they got John Johnson III. He's a good free safety, and then I guess the duo that they can put at strong safety of Grant Delpit, who was hurt, and Ronnie Harrison.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of anyone else. Like, what's his name? Or what the Cardinals have Buda Baker and
they have Baker, but Jalen Thompson isn't really good.
Where does Murphy play?
He's a slot corner.
Oh, for some reason I thought
the Chiefs could be pretty good too. Matthew and Juan Thornhill.
Yeah, Thornhill's just getting old.
No, he isn't. He's young.
What?
Yeah, Thornhill's young.
I feel like I've heard his name for like the whole time I've been in NFL.
This past year was like his second year.
What?
Yeah. Juan Thornhill is 25 years old.
How? I feel like he's been in the league for ages.
He enters his 3rd NFL season in 2021.
At 25?
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that. I thought he was older.
Yeah, and then I feel like the 49ers duo is a little slept on with Jimmy Ward and Jaquiski Tart.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that was a large reason they made it to the Super Bowl was because of their defense. I mean, it wasn't Jimmy G.
Yeah. No. Trey Lance, man. I think Trey Lance.
We can discuss that.
That's going to be our next podcast.
Yeah.
Next podcast is going to be when we think our rookie quarterbacks will start. That's going to be a segment.
Yeah, when they start and how good we think they'll be in their career. That'll make for some good debates.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you guys for watching or listening. However you listen to our podcast, whether that's on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor. Once again, thank you to Anchor for sponsoring us. I'm gonna have to mark that this is a sponsored podcast on YouTube now. Oh, that means more work for me. So until next week, sorry that this is coming out again, not on Monday. I should be good to make one that'll come out on Monday so we can get back on schedule. Because I would really like to start our NFL season predictions the 28th. Because I want to get out this podcast about rookies for you guys and then get the gauntlet started.
Yeah.
So until next week, thank you for listening and peace out.